In the heart of a bustling city, amidst the chaos of daily life, there lived an ordinary man named David. He worked hard to make ends meet, but his spirit often felt weary from the burdens of life. One day, as he sat in his tiny apartment feeling overwhelmed, he stumbled upon an old, weathered book, the Bible. Curious, he opened it to a random page and found himself reading Psalm 91. The words spoke of a refuge, a fortress, and a place of safety. David was captivated. In a world filled with uncertainties, he longed for such security. He read the psalm over and over again, letting its promises wash over him like a gentle stream. As days turned into weeks, David's perspective began to shift. He no longer saw himself as alone in the world, but as a beloved child sheltered under the wings of a loving parent. He started to trust in the words of Psalm 91, believing that no harm would come near him and that he was protected by divine forces beyond his comprehension. But life has a way of testing one's faith. David faced challenges, financial struggles, health issues, and personal setbacks. Yet, through it all, he clung to the promises of Psalm 91. When the storms of life raged around him, he found peace in the midst of chaos, knowing that he was not alone. One particularly difficult day, David received news that shook him to his core. His apartment building was on fire, and everything he owned was at risk of being consumed by the flames. Panic gripped his heart as he rushed home, but as he stood outside the burning building, a sense of calm washed over him. In that moment, David remembered Psalm 91. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. With those words echoing in his mind, he closed his eyes and prayed. Miraculously, the firefighters were able to contain the blaze before it reached David's apartment. While the building suffered extensive damage, his unit remained untouched. It was as if an invisible shield had protected him from harm. From that day forward, David's faith in Psalm 91 grew stronger than ever. He shared his story with anyone who would listen, spreading hope and encouragement to those facing their own trials and tribulations. And though life would continue to present its challenges, David knew that he was never alone, that he was forever sheltered under the wings of divine love. As the years passed, David's faith remained steadfast. He lived out the principles of Psalm 91, finding refuge in the midst of life's storms and sharing his testimony with all who crossed his path. And though he may never fully understand the mysteries of divine protection, David knew one thing for certain. He was loved, he was safe, and he was sheltered under the wings of the Almighty.